Functional outcome means you're not measuring other people's levels and then comparing yourself to them. You're measuring an outcome of your own cells. The problem with this is that you're comparing yourself to others. You have your own uniqueness, you have your own biochemistry, but who's included in those samples that calculated the normal ranges? Those are men, those are women, those are people that weigh 300 pounds, those are people that weigh 100 pounds. They're people from all walks and all dynamics of life, and none of them are you. And so you're comparing yourself to people who aren't you, people potentially different genders, heights, weights, sexes, people with different heart sizes, with different vascular links, with again, all kinds of variable possibilities. And so the normal really is just a mathematical equation that doesn't really relate clinically to a health outcome very accurately. So when you're using lab tests that rely on these standard deviation bell curves and normal ranges of what they're calling normal people that they're sampling in the population, how do you know those people that they took samples from were normal? I mean, that's the other part of the equation here, is that what does healthy mean? I think we debate on what that means. So how, if we take 10,000 healthy people, but we're debating on what healthy actually means, how do we know those ranges are actually accurately normal? So I don't care for that type of investigation if I can avoid it. Now, there are times where we use it, but if we have an option, we would ideally prefer, with testing, we would prefer something called a functional outcome. Functional outcome means you're not measuring other people's levels and then comparing yourself to them. You're measuring an outcome of your own cells. And that's what I love about this type of technology, because they're taking your cells, they're stimulating your cells to grow and to function, to replicate, and they're measuring that growth rate. So your baseline is your own growth rate. It's yours. It doesn't belong to anyone else. You're not comparing your growth rate to other people's growth rate. You're looking at your own growth rate. So this is part one to a test like this. Part one is you assess your own growth rate. What is the growth rate of your cell as it's growing? And part two of the test is you provide the nutrient. In this case, you provide vitamin B1 to the cell. And what changes? If the growth rate doesn't change, if it stays the same, you're not deficient. You're not going to benefit more by giving your cell more of the nutrient.